Welcome you to the Education Next podcast. And I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
to have you here and to share more about the VA program, the Virtual Assistant program. So tell us more about yourself and your experiences. Yeah.
So my name is Morela. I'm 17 years old. I live in Tirana, Albania.
Mhm,
And I was introduced to this program when I was in Tumo Center in Tirana.
mhm,
And but by that time I was working with Lumiana as a marketing intern with her. And
mhm,
I was doing some daily tasks, and she gave me some phone numbers to
mhm,
call those students
mhm.
for the program. And I
Okay.
asked her, what is this?
Hmm.
And then she told me it's a virtual assistant program where you learn this and that.
Hmm.
And I was really young back then. I was like 14 or 15. I don't remember very clearly.
Oh, you're still very
And
young, Morella.
huh? I'm sorry.
I said you're still very young.
Thank you. And she told me, would you like to try it?
Hmm.
And I'm the type of person that just goes with it. I like to try new experiences, new programs. And I said, sure,
Hmm.
just put my name on the list and I'll join.
Hmm.
The program started. Lumena started introducing to Andreas, to Hannah, to Tihana, and you obviously. And by each session,
Hmm.
I understood it within me how knowledge is really learned, not just by reading it off from a textbook and writing notes, but from actually practicing it and putting it on practice on your daily life.
Hmm.
And that's how you learn how to progress or how the easiest type of like task, you know.
Hmm.
And after doing some the major part of the program,
Hmm.
we had to build our own mini business startup. And since I had experience in graphic design back then,
Hmm.
decided to start a brand designing startup called VBrand,
Hmm.
where I would reach out to small businesses. That was my goal, and design their brands and help them out
Hmm.
to create the face of their company or startup or whatever.
Hmm.
And then I don't remember on what part of the program Andreas and his kids came to
Hmm.
meet us.
Hmm.
And we asked him some questions related to the program, how he found it, how
Hmm.
his life is as a great dad. First of all, I really admire him for that.
Hmm.
And with time passing, we had to actually put it to practice.
Hmm.
And by building portfolios and creating the brand with the help of Lumiana,
Hmm.
Andreas was giving us some tips, and also Hannah.
Hmm.
And each of the Teamworks brands or startups came to life.
Hmm.
We're also proud of it, and Lumiana would constantly give us hope and tell us, "You got this. Don't give up." And
Hmm.
constantly gave us tips on
Hmm.
how to improve, and that really helped.
Hmm.
This
I
is
think it's so
the
amazing.
major part of it.
Yeah, being so young and being in the forefront of everything. Like, you have
I actually think I was the youngest in the group.
wow. So I'm talking to the
Yeah,
youngest member.
I was like 14 or 15. The
Ah,
other teammates were like 16, 17, and up.
that's so cool. Look at you, like being young and uh, being in the forefront of technology, the startups, being known to you have access to amazing mentors who are doing
Absolutely.
yeah, and so I think that's quite a thing. With everything changing around us these days, with technology being at the, changing so much as in how we learn, how we work, and it's so important that you have access to people and opportunities, right? To be able to learn.
And I'm so grateful to it, to every person and every program that I've
Mhm.
entered. It
Yeah.
taught me so much from such an early age.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if I would compare the past Morela to the Morela of the present time, I wouldn't, past Morela wouldn't know me, because the learning program here in Albania, in the Balkans more generally,
Mm-hmm.
is you learn from school, you read it off a textbook, you write the notes, and you learn it. But you don't get the, how to say it, you don't actually learn the knowledge. You just have to repeat it continuously and write it off a paper just the way you read it on the textbook.
Mm-hmm.
But in this program, and also in Tumo, I learned that uh, learning isn't specifically from reading from a textbook or a book. It's from actually experiencing what you're learning, feeling it, and not being pressured to have it on your mind 24/7, and actually enjoying what you do, and to uh, be grateful, and to have the opportunity to learn something, because not a lot of people have access to this type of programs, right? Unfortunately.
Sure, sure.
So being enjoying it and experiencing it and actually using it in your daily life can have such a big impact, just like it did on me.
So, I mean, I think it's such an amazing combination of everything that you have mentioned here. Like, not, and it's not just that you're learning alone, because you had a team, right? You had a lot of people learning along with you.
Mhm.
So it's become so interesting when you have other people, in the same journey like yours, and you don't feel alone at a point, uh, because the world is
Absolutely, yeah.
getting, more people are getting more lonely, and they don't know. I think with young people, I think one challenge is, uh, I think the biggest challenge would be not having the right mentorship, the direction. And so, just like you mentioned, that people just go and learn the same things in school, and it's just learning, 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 and you don't know how to apply. You finished 4 or 5 years of your education, and then you're like,
Yeah.
where should I apply? What should I do now? and
And it's also so stressful because you start university at a really young age, at 18, generally, and putting such stress on a young person, who people can choose what they want, but personally, what the ideal would be is the moment you turn 18 or even 20, because sometimes 18 is a bit early for some people, to go somewhere you want to, where you know that you have access to meeting new people.
mm,
And that's how you find yourself, by trying it alone
mm,
and meeting new versions of yourself each day going. That's also very important. And school, I mean, it is important if you choose certain degrees like medicine, law, architecture. This type of degrees need school. But if you want to know yourself, to learn about yourself, to push your limits, I
mhm,
think going somewhere new, meeting new people,
mm.
and just trying stuff spontaneously is like an ideal, the 20s decade for me.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying it's a perfect combination at that age. And like you said, it's it becomes wholesome when you have people around you, and you're also learning something which is the future, right? It's not that you are going in the past. You are just embracing the new way of learning, and you're actually doing projects like you mentioned about doing a small startup. So tell me more about the startup, and how is it going now? Are you still working on it?
Startup started when we were ongoing the program, the virtual assistant program.
Mm-hmm.
And with each session, we did a little progress each day, constantly. As I mentioned, the startup is about brand designing. where my target audience was small businesses,
Hmm.
where I would help small businesses create their own identity
Hmm.
and to help them with designing
Hmm.
their logos, the products, the packaging, whatever they needed.
Hmm.
I started graphic designing when I was 13 at Tumo, so that helped me a whole lot
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
and with the help of Lumiana and some workshop leaders at Tumo, the graphic design ones. I created the V brand, that's what it's called.
Hmm.
And this was created during the program. And during each summer, as the years went by, I would work on it bit by bit by looking at how senior, much older graphic designers would work on
Hmm.
something that's similar to what I want to do.
Hmm.
And trying it by myself by, for example, getting a specific brand, because I don't want to mention anything,
Hmm.
getting a specific brand and how I would think it would look better or how would I change it. And that's how I practice it. And I'm building a small portfolio at the moment by
Okay.
doing this type of stuff.
So are you still getting clients to build? Hmm.
Currently finished uh, work at one of my mom's at the company that my mom works.
Hmm.
And currently, I'm staying home
Hmm.
because it's summer vacation and helping my mom around
Yeah,
and my parents.
but you're still working on the startup, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
It's
still
active.
continuing building my portfolio. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and do you like publish it? Where do you publish your work? How do people find out that you are taking clients?
It has its own Instagram page
Hmm.
called Vibrant, just like the name,
Hmm.
where I started posting what it is, what's Vibrant, how it will help people and small businesses, which was my target audience.
Hmm.
And I also remember having a video that I did with the Manabu VA program here in Albania,
Hmm.
where I shared my experience and how everything started
Hmm.
and how the V brand was the product of this program.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's a page where I created for V brand.
So it's amazing. I mean, you already have a business running. I mean, since you were like 16, 15, you had a running business. That's super amazing because I think
Thank you so much.
these are the skills for the future, because you need
Yeah,
to,
absolutely.
when you can be on your feet, in the sense that you know how to, get clients, you know how to deliver, you know how to present work and complete a task and get paid on top of it, right? So I think
Yeah, yeah,
something that makes
absolutely.
you so complete in a self actually. um,
Yeah, I understand that.
you must be hearing a lot of conversation around the problems with the job market, how AI is going to replace a lot of things. So how do you use AI a lot in your work? What do you think about AI?
Um, started with AI. I did it all by myself by learning how to design and to create business ideas and all that stuff. But
Hmm.
as time went by and AI became more part of our lives,
Hmm.
obviously I also started using it. It's such a big help,
Yeah,
especially if, for example, if you're on a rush and you want something quick, just to post, for
correct.
example, and that's very helpful.
Hmm.
And also, for example, if I give it what idea I have and
Hmm.
I ask it, can you help me create a post or how
Hmm.
do you think the colors match? And this type of question. It's like a little friend, a little helper that gives another opinion.
Oh, amazing. See.
For example, to start something from scratch, it's so not to me. I like giving my audience
Hmm.
what I really think would look best, for example, for their own startup or business or small business. I
Hmm.
like being very authentic with my work
Yeah.
and not let it get affected as much with AI.
Hmm.
That's my
Correct.
main goal.
Yeah. I mean, it can be just like a co-pilot where it helps you, doesn't have to
Yeah,
take
yeah.
away your creativity. I
Like
get
a
it.
little friend
Yeah,
with
just
another opinion.
just a little friend somewhere. All right, that's amazing. Yeah. So you were saying you're building a portfolio, and was it also a part of the VA program? Uh,
Yeah, creating a portfolio, and
hmm,
it was in the program from
hmm,
what I remember, because it has been a bit of a long time.
hmm,
Building a portfolio
hmm,
in mainly our fields, the teamworks fields, was more important than building a resume or a CV, as it said otherwise,
hmm,
because for example, if I'm applying for a graphic design job, the the one who will employ me wouldn't
hmm,
want to know where I went to school, what experiences I had, but he would like to see how I work and how I design, for example. And that's what we focused on building a portfolio. But
hmm,
Domiana also gave us some tips to not only include our work, but how we are as people, as human,
hmm,
because I may be working somewhere, but they will deal with a human being, not a robot. And she told us to give our character is. For example, I'm a very bubbly person, or I work very well under pressure and stuff like that. And also the main part, which is including our past work,
hmm,
which for me was graphic design,
hmm,
what I did with the previous workshop at Tumo, and some social media work I had
hmm.
previously.
And that's again another very important skill to know how to build a portfolio, because like you said, I mean, nobody wants to know which school you went and what age you did what,
Yeah,
more than what can you deliver, right? What projects have you done?
yeah,
And I'm sure that that most of the companies now, even the big companies, are hiring people who have more projects to show versus what degrees you had, right? So degree, the idea of getting piling up degrees is slowly going away, and it's
yeah.
being replaced by how much actual work or projects have you done, have you done a teamwork, and those things matter so much. And you are right, again, in the forefront of the things that is so much required now. So I would like to ask you, like, you had an amazing experience, and you had the opportunity to learn in the best with the best people. So tell me, what would be your advice to be for young people, maybe like 14, 15, 16? What would you like to tell them if they are scared of, how the world is changing and AI is taking over, and how should I learn? Where should I go? So what advice would you give to them?
Um, I would like to approach this question as the 14 or 13-year-old me asking the future me as the present me.
Mm,
I would tell her that she shouldn't be scared of starting things, to
mm,
just go for it, because if you take a step back, sometimes you can go forward. But if you go and try something and start it,
mm,
you may disappoint it or not, but at least you experienced it. In learning from experiences is the best type of learning, in my opinion.
mm,
And also for the AI part, I think being authentic will always be appreciated at the end of the day. AI may be used like worldwide.
mm,
Sometimes I know people that do project from scratch with AI and present it as their own work. But at the end of the day, the human eye can catch an AI work from someone who does it manually.
mhm,
And being authentic and being you, and not just for the project, being authentic and giving people what you really are, how you really are, who you really are, is very important these days, because apart from just being yourself at work, you just have to be yourself for you, because work can come and go, but if you lose yourself to any type of circumstances,
mm.
sometimes it can be very hard to get back on your feet and experiences and try new things that go over your limit is what I think would help uh, the little Morela
Hmm.
go much forward than her friends. That's my opinion. Just try,
Hmm.
don't hesitate,
Hmm.
and be you, no matter what the whole world is doing and thinking about you.
Amazing. I think I'm sure young people listening to this will really, benefit because these are the main, questions young people have, as in what to do. Should I take college? Should I get experiences? What do I do to make money? I mean, these are the most.
Yeah, those are the questions that go over a teenager's head because
Mm,
if you get used to a certain system, it's very hard and to enter a whole new system which may or may not be better for you. For example, in my opinion, I was used to the public school system here in Albania for the first 9 years of my education, and the teachers were like stopped us growing in some sort of way
mm,
because we would they would give us their own opinions, personal opinions,
mm,
apart from their opinions as a teacher. But
mm,
that really stops a kid from growing and discovering who they are. I think some teenagers and kids too should be left to try new things, and even if they do mistakes, so what? Everything can be either recoverable, or they can try again and do it in a better way from the past experiences, from learning them.
mm,
And for the college or what should I do with my life, how to make money part,
mm,
they should explore. They should first of all know what they want to do, what they think they're capable of doing, and what they do best while still enjoying it. Because working is sometimes it is a bit annoying, and doing something you love may make it a bit less uh, pressuring and disturbing. So learning what you love to do and looking up and researching how can I use my skills to make money for myself, and would the best option going to college or taking some courses and just trying them out. that's that's what I think about those type of questions.
for a young girl like you to be so aware and to be able to share and express yourself like this, I think is an amazing talent. I mean, I really appreciate, how you have been able to express yourself and, share your views about schooling, about the future of learning, and about the skills people need. I think this is an amazing skill you have there, Morella. Good job. Because,
Thank you so much.
yeah, it's so amazing to see you, and I'm sure that you're going to do some amazing things in the future. I look up at your work, and I'm sure this will inspire a lot of young people for sure, especially in Albania, because I think what you are doing at this age is really, really incredible. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for sharing your heart out. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a big pleasure to finally meet you face to face, but
Mm,
from a laptop desktop.
mm,
And thank you for having me. And it was such a great opportunity for me to share my own opinion about the programs and
mm.
uh, questions, as you mentioned, that people my age may have, and how to solve them
Yeah, it
in
was a
some sort.
pleasure having you. Thank you so much, Morella.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for having me, Priyanka.